Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So today, what I'm going to do, I will talk about optional pricing in a product bundle. So if you remember, I discussed I demonstrated how to create a product bundle, right? So I'm going to use the same example, Samsung phone, and I'll demonstrate how the optional pricing works. So the concept is pretty simple, right? So for instance, you wanted to buy, Samsung phone. And when you buy a Samsung phone, you will get, Samsung Watch and other stuff, right? If you're buying it as a part of a bundle, you will get Samsung Watch for say $150. But if you're not buying as a bundle, if you wanted to buy that as a separate uh, product, then not as a part of a bundle, then you might end up paying say $200. So that is a kind of model some companies follow. You might have seen, right? Hey, you can buy, this laptop, and you buy XYZ stuff along with it. You will get it, for a cheaper price. But if you wanted to buy that product in an individual way, not as a part of a bundle, you might end up in paying more. So this is something, excuse me, pretty simple concept, and I'll show you how to implement it. It's just just a few clicks. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll demonstrate how it works in a normal scenario. So right now the product prices are same, so it won't make much difference. So if I go to the CPQ, come on, that's pretty strange. Let me refresh it. Okay, that's pretty okay. Sales for CPQ. Um, and I'll go to the product, right? So I will pick the same product, Samsung. Yeah. And we have different options here, right? So we have Samsung Watch. So if I go to Samsung Watch, right, and if I look at the price book, it will cost you $250. Excuse me, right? So now if I go to a code, right, and if I try to add, say, edit lines, uh, it's, yeah, it's taking longer. All right, I don't know why it's taking longer today. Sometimes. Yeah, okay, all right. So if I go here and delete the lines, and if I add product, and if you go to Samsung phone, okay, I just select yes. Okay, so you got 1450 because 1200 is the price of the phone, and 250 is the price of the watch. Now you must be wondering, okay, so that's fine. Why I'm not seeing the price for, the 512 GB RAM, or the black phone case? Why it's not showing? Okay, so the reason why it's not showing, if you go to the product, and if you go to the say Samsung phone, right? And if you go to options, that's exactly where I wanted to go whenever it's ready. So if I go to, say, the case, right? Uh, so Samsung phone case. Uh, Not this one, sorry. I wanted to go to the feature. So if I go to the Samsung phone case, if you scroll down, you will see that the bundled option is ticked. So when you tick that option, right, you're telling to CPQ, right, hey, I'm happy to be considered to be part of the main product. So that means that my price will be zero, and my price will be, mixed with the main price. So what that means is that, let's say your main product price is say $20, and if you tick this option, and even if you mark this product to be sold for say $30, so your total bundle price will be total because you said, okay, my price should be whatever the main product price is. So if I untick it, right? So if I untick it and black phone case, right? If I untick it and I save it, you will see that the price of the black phone will be included as well. Okay, so just wanted to demonstrate that first, yeah, and then we'll look into how to add an optional price to the product bundle. Okay, so I go to the okay, yeah. As you can see, it's pretty slow today. I don't know why. Sometimes Salesforce acts very slow. It's not a fault of my internet though. If that's what you're thinking, my internet is pretty fast. I can do, when I access other sites, it's pretty fast. It's just the Salesforce. But anyways, okay, go to edit lines, and I'll take this off. Okay, I just wanted to start with a clean slate. Just delete lines. Um, yeah, right. Taking some time. Yeah, this is sometimes you will have issue with the SaaS product, right? Because you don't really have control on the infrastructure. How it's all up to the Salesforce. You blindly trust Salesforce with the assumption that they will do the job properly. I presume they're doing it, but sometimes for whatever reason. Okay, add products, and then you go to Samsung phone, and then select phone case. Just choosing the black. Okay, and it will show a different price. Okay, so the phone case was $20, so from 1470 to 20. Okay, now I wanted to do an optional pricing. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to the product. Okay, so you have seen that I have Samsung Watch, right? And the Samsung Watch, um, if I go here, the price book, the standard price is $250. Okay. Now I wanted to give it for $200 if you're since we're selling it as a part of a bundle. Now how to do that is pretty simple. You don't have to do much on the product side. Just go to the main product, which is a Samsung phone, and okay, and go to options, and I'll go to the Samsung Watch. Yeah, and what I'll do, I will edit this. Yeah, and there is something called unit price. Okay, so I will add $200. Okay, and I'll save it. That's pretty much it. And I'll go to the code, and I'll just refresh the screen just in case. And I'll go to the code, and I will say okay. Go to the edit lines, and I'll remove this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna do delete lines, and I will say add product. Samsung phone. So last time we've seen the price to be around 1470. That is 1200 for the price of the phone, 250 for the price of the watch, and $20 for the price of the case. So in this case, we are giving $50 off, right? So it will be 1420. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Right. It's gonna take a time. Yeah. It's not really my fault. It just I can't help it. So all right. So 1420, right? Okay. So that's the optional pricing, right? So that's how you implement it. Okay. Now if I want to add, say I'll delete this one, right? Delete lines, and if I want to add just the uh, watch, you will see the price. It will be 250. Um, Samsung. So I just look for Samsung. Yeah. So it will be watch. Yeah. We select. Right. It's taking some time. I mean, okay. So $250, right? So I mean, you can implement this. I mean, but it just depends on your business scenario, right? Depends upon on the client request and what they're after, their business process. So yeah, this is a pretty simple and interesting feature, right? As you can see, I did this like in 5 minutes. So CPQ makes the life, of a consultant or as well as the customer pretty easy. They make it a lot of options are out of box, right? You don't have to really go and build a lot of customization. You can do a lot of stuff, as like as an out of box functionality. But that's why I really enjoy doing CPQ. CPQ, yes, like Amit, I often tell people, right? I There are certain things I don't enjoy, right? Like I'm not 100% functional guy. I don't like doing a role of a BA business analyst. I find it extremely boring. I like the role where it involves techno functional, right, or pure technical. So functionality is very important, right? If you're an architect, it's very important you understand the business process um, uh, and uh, and the functionality, what you wanted to implement, as well as you should be able to do proof of concept, right? So it's a mix of both, right? It's the best of both worlds, I would say. But if you're a functional architect, then I'm not really a functional architect, right? So that's the reason why. But people are different, right? You might say, "Hey, I find the business analyst role to be the most challenging and most rewarding." That's fine. That's good for you, right? That's your forte. That's your calling. I mean, for me, that's kind of role I want to shine. I want to do well, right? So, I mean, I need my daily dose of some tech stuff, right? I cannot do fully functional, 8 hours a day. That just it's not going to work for me very well. So that's why I try to do hands-on. Even I'm an architect. I still try to get involved in the coding because I love doing programming. Whenever I get a chance, it's fantastic, right? It's just amazing. So that's something I really enjoy doing it. So, all right. So that's pretty much I wanted to talk about in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty simple. I would highly encourage you to try it out. To see how it goes. Right. If you have any questions or comment, just questions, just leave the comment below. Right. So I'll try to answer as much as I can, but sometimes people ask different questions, and I try to reply, and I do get requests to do this different things. I try to do that, right? I mean, with all due respect, I like your questions, and I don't consider any question as a bad question. I really appreciate that you're asking questions, and whenever I get an opportunity, I'll try to answer it. And if it's not too time consuming, I will implement it and demonstrate it, right? So that's all I wanted to convey. So that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday. Adios.